Hey guys, it's Simeon. This is Pro Wrestling Unlimited as we are here on the 9th of March. Almost said February. 9th of March 2020 to talk about everything that went down tonight on Monday Night Raw. I thought tonight's Monday Night Raw was a pretty good show overall. A couple things that, not every show can be 100% perfect across the board. There's always going to be one or two things where it's like, why did that need to happen? Where is that leading to? And we'll talk about all that as we get going here, letting more people jump into the live chat, just setting a few other things up before we get going. Remember, guys, we do have a store where you can buy our merchandise. We have all our T-shirts up on our TeePublic store. Well, you have to go to PWU Unlimited. Gotta go to if you go to my microphone just fell down. If you go to our website, pwunlimited.co, at the top, it will say Shop PWU. Just click that, and there you go. You can also go to the TeePublic website itself. And my microphone just does not want to stay up. You can go to the TeePublic website itself and just type in Pro Wrestling Unlimited or PW Unlimited, and it should come up. Microphone, I don't know what it's doing. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys, to fix this. Give me one quick moment. For some reason, my microphone does not want to stay tightened. I think I'm going to have to do it I think we should be good there. All right, so like I was stating, if you want to get any of our merchandise, you can do so by heading over to our TeePublic store. You can either go to our website, pwunlimited.co, and hit Shop PWU at the top, or just go to the TeePublic website and search for PW Unlimited. So let's see who we actually have with us in the live chat right now. We do have Kristen McNutt, Henry Cavallo, Mick Thomason, I think is what that is, Lita, Elliot Walker, Jack Dawson, Martin Rodriguez, got Wayne Montgomery, got Dontrell Bailey, Jason Dalton, Eric Tate, Derek Bocek, Sinclair Saturday, and so many more of you as we are going to talk about tonight's Monday Night Raw, and my notes are not open, which is weird because I don't remember closing them. Let's open them back up. So tonight's Monday Night Raw, they started off by saying Edge will be here tonight, and that they have a camera in the back in the parking garage set up so that way when Edge gets here, we will see, we will know. Becky Lynch would then come out to the ring, and this was a little odd to me that Shayna Baszler never came out. Becky came out and she said the time for joking and treading water was over because she finally knows who her WrestleMania opponent is, the cage fighter Shayna Baszler. So I guess, like I stated last night, that's Shayna's new nickname, the cage fighter Shayna Baszler. Becky still called her the Queen of Spades, but she called her the cage fighter once or twice. Tom Phillips called her the cage fighter, so they're really pushing that she did MMA thing. She showed a video package of Baszler's win last night at the Elimination Chamber. They included a post-show interview that was only on WWE.com and their YouTube. They showed where Shayna Baszler basically said that she will take out Becky Lynch, she will take her title, and then said Becky's a bitch. Lynch said that Baszler cut through the one woman Lynch couldn't do in minutes, referencing Asuka. He put over Baszler's MMA career and a dominant reign as NXT Women's Champion. Lynch also called Baszler a black hole of charisma. Lynch admitted that she might be a bitch, but she's the bitch that runs this division. Crowd chanted for Lynch. Lynch recalled Baszler refusing to shake her hand after last year's WrestleMania, and she said that always sat with her. She said it was because that she beat her pal, Ronda Rousey. Lynch knew that Baszler has been waiting in the shadows for this. Normally, Regular people like her don't train to be killers like Basler. She said, and I quote, "Except I do. I did, and I will again. It would be heart versus skill at WrestleMania." Lynch said that she will smash Basler's face. I was surprised that Shayna Baszler didn't come out here. Shayna Baszler didn't, not even just step out on the stage, and it didn't do anything. And so that was kind of a letdown, especially like I said last night. I felt that Becky should have came out and at least stood on the stage with her belt up high. But then my thought last night was maybe they're saving that for Monday. No face-to-face, no confrontation at all. So we'll see where this goes. I mean, we know where it's going. It's going to WrestleMania. So next up, we got Rey Mysterio against Angel Garza with Zelina Vega. Garza wore green, white, and red pants. He also kissed a fan in the front row. He posed on the top rope before the match with Mysterio started. Mysterio seemed unimpressed. Garza super kicked Mysterio and drop kicked him out of the ring. He then ripped the pants off before a break. The break came less than 2 minutes into the match, even though not really anything happened to this point. Garza at one point called for the 619, but Mysterio kicked him in the face. Then kicked him out of the ring and followed this up with a sliding splash. Mysterio hit a seated senton and a kick to the head for a 2. Garza cut him off and used a springboard reverse suplex for a 2 count. Mysterio hit an enziguri, but Garza ducked a 619 and hit him with a super kick. Mysterio came back later with a 619 springboard splash for the victory. Rey Mysterio defeats Angel Garza. And I know some people were mad about this because they're like, oh, Angel Garza, he just came. Why are they beating him? It's fine because Angel Garza has picked up some victories already. So him losing now, I don't have a problem with it. He can get that victory back. So in the back, Owens was shown being greeted at the building earlier today by Rollins, Murphy, and the AOP. Rollins was mocking Owens eating popcorn. Owens chucked his luggage at the AOP before taking them on. They overwhelmed him, though, and left him laying. AOP and Murphy did all the work. Seth just watched eating the popcorn. Officials, including Lance Storm, arrived to help Owens as Rollins watched, again, while eating his popcorn. They then let us know that if you didn't hear, Stone Cold Steve Austin will be on Monday Night Raw next week for 316 Day in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They then aired a Rhea Ripley video package, same one we saw back on Wednesday's NXT. She went to Raymond James Stadium, where WrestleMania is going to be held. And Ripley said that she may be the next big thing and the new shiny toy. But Charlotte was confused. Oh, wait, nope. I skipped ahead here. Rhea Ripley toured the stadium, talked about how when she first came into WWE, she was compared to Charlotte Flair because of her look. She mentioned how she didn't want anything to do with being compared to Charlotte, and she changed up who she was. And now she feels like at WrestleMania, she can take that next step. So next up, Charlotte Flair would come out to the ring. Charlotte sarcastically called Ripley the next big thing and the newest shiny toy. Charlotte was confused over why Ripley would say Ripley would say that to the best. That you have to beat the best to beat the best. When she claims that she's the best. So basically Charlotte's saying, Rhea, if you think you're the best, then why do you think you have to beat me to be that best? Am I really the best then? That's what Charlotte was saying. And is anybody else tired of the way Charlotte cuts her promos? When she drags out her words. It's so annoying the way she does it. Just saying. So it says she wanted to teach Rhea Ripley a lesson. It was one thing to stand in front of an empty stadium dreaming about Mania, but another to be humbled in front of 90,000 people. Rhea Ripley would then surprisingly interrupt. Before she could do anything, Charlotte stopped her to remind her that this is Raw and her kingdom. Charlotte told her to leave. Ripley punched her in the face, knocking her down. Charlotte sold the punch by smiling and laughing. Ripley also smiled as she left and held up her title at the top of the ramp. Charlotte stood right up, though, and smiled back. I liked this. I thought it was effective. You don't have to do too much, but it's effective to say that, hey, both of these women think they're dominant. And we've seen Shayna Baszler get the best of Shayna Baszler. We've seen Rhea Ripley get the best of Charlotte. We've seen Charlotte get the best of Rhea, and now Rhea got the best of Charlotte again. They let us know after this that AJ Styles will be the guest this week on WWE Backstage. And then next up, we got a 1.5-minute-ish match. Bobby Lashley squashed Zack Ryder. You don't really need to say anything else about it. They did let us know that Lana's going to be gone for a little while as she's filming a movie. People actually chanted, "We want Lana." I was shocked on that one. They replayed Drew McIntyre attacking Brock Lesnar last week and giving him the 3 Claymore kicks. We then see Aleister Black in his dark room wearing an all-black suit. Before he can say anything, there was a knock at the door. Rollins and Murphy would enter. Rollins has noticed that Black has had a problem with the numbers lately, and Rollins knew all about having the numbers advantage. Rollins offered Black a spot with him. Black said no. Rollins said that he was either with him or against him. Black said that sounded like a challenge, and he accepted. Crowd cheered. Later on in the night, we did get Aleister Black versus Seth Rollins. Well, sorta. So next up, Drew McIntyre took on Eric Rowan, and boy howdy is Eric Rowan dead now. We spent all this goddamn time building up Eric Rowan and what's in the cage. Last week we see it's a big old whatever tarantula. And for the last 2 or 3 weeks, he just keeps getting beat. He got beat by Black. He got beat by McIntyre here. I think he had one other loss in the last couple of weeks. It's like we spent all this ever-loving time building up Eric Rowan as like a monster guy that's going to run through people just for people to run through him. Yeah, McIntyre beat him in 2 minutes and 18 seconds. McIntyre gave Rowan an overhead suplex outside the ring. He grabbed Rowan's cage and smashed it with the steel steps, which the crowd enjoyed. Rowan went after him, but ate a headbutt. McIntyre gave him a future shock DDT Claymore kick and, well, picked up the victory. This was good-ish. Wasn't bad. But it's just like, what was all that with Rowan? To end up in the end doing nothing with the guy. We then see Randy Orton standing backstage somewhere in the shadows. A video package then recapped his angle last week with Beth Phoenix. Then, we got some very interesting news. Jeff Hardy is going to be on SmackDown this week, but even more interesting, Paige will also be on SmackDown this week to confront SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley. Well, I don't know what's going on with Paige. I don't know if maybe she got cleared. I don't know. What we do know is that at WrestleMania, it's going to be a 6-woman match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley, Sasha, Carmella, Naomi. I'm missing somebody. Bayley, Sasha, Carmella, Naomi. Hold on, I've got it here. I know 5 have been announced. Hold on, I got the names right here. Let me pull this up. Sasha, Bayley, Carmella, Naomi. Why do I not see Lacey Evans? I'm an idiot. Lacey Evans. We don't know that 6th name. Can it be Paige? Who knows? I've heard that Paige has been doing that stem cell stuff that helped Edge get clear. That's been doing wonders for Cain Velasquez, for Kevin Nash. So maybe Paige got herself cleared. I don't know that for sure. We'll see where this all leads to, but Paige will be confronting Bayley this coming Friday on Friday Night SmackDown. So then next up, we got a what the fuck match, because what the fuck happened here? It was the Women's Tag Team Champions, Asuka and Kairi Sane, in a non-title match against Natalya and Liv Morgan. And here's the thing with this. They beat Natalya and Liv Morgan, and I'll talk about exactly what happened in a minute. But the rumored match for WrestleMania is Natalya and Beth Phoenix, Alexa Bliss, and Nikki Cross challenging Asuka and Sane. But if Natty got pinned by the champions tonight, why the fuck do we want to see her challenge again at Mania? Yeah, she'll have Beth in her corner maybe, or in her side, on her side. But who the hell's going to care after she just got beat? So Asuka and Singh came down to the ring and cut a promo in Japanese early. And this is one of the worst Asuka, Kairi Sane things that I've seen so far, because I had no clue what was going on here. They said very little in English, and it didn't really seem charismatic. They were like whining and crying about things, and I didn't understand what was going on here. Finally, Natty's music just plays. She walks out on the stage. Liv Morgan's music plays, and the two come down for a match. So the match starts, and Natty's getting beat up before Ruby Riott and Sarah Logan walk out. They don't interfere or anything. They both walk out to the bottom of the ramp. They look at each other and they watch the action in the ring. The Kabuki Warriors are working over Natalya's arm when all of a sudden Sarah Logan and Ruby Riott decide to start brawling at ringside at the bottom of the stage. This, then for some stupid ass reason, leads to Liv Morgan jumping off the top rope and hitting a crossbody on both Sarah Logan and Ruby Riott, leaving a hurt Natalya in the ring all by herself to get taken out by Asuka. After Asuka got the blonde tag, Asuka slipped in the ring, kicked Natalya in the head, and pinned her. Made Natalya look like a goob because she's got a tag partner that fucking doesn't even care about the match. Yeah, I get the rumored matches for her to team with with Beth. But we just saw her lose. Who the hell's gonna really care? I don't anymore. So it's just like, fuck it. Just let it be Alexa and Nikki Cross and screw Beth and Natty. So next up, AJ Styles came down and cut a hell of a promo on The Undertaker. The OC's music plays as AJ comes out. Styles said Undertaker has twice struck his nose where it doesn't belong and stolen moments from him. First his trophy, and then his match last night. They heard a video recap from last night. The crowd chanted for Taker. Styles remembered seeing Taker get beat by Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 3 years ago and then leave his hat and gloves in the ring, raise his arm on the ramp, and seemingly disappear, being gone. Styles said, really, Taker should have done that same thing when Brock Lesnar beat him at WrestleMania, but whatever. He said that it was a beautiful moment 3 years ago, but Taker ruined his own moment. Styles wanted Taker at Mania. He said 10 or 15 years ago, Styles might have been worried about calling out The Undertaker, but now he's just a broken old man named Mark Calloway. The crowd booed. Styles said Taker should have retired 10 years ago. He wasn't sure why Taker kept coming back, but he had an idea. It was his wife, Michelle McCool. Styles announced to the crowd that Taker and McCool were married, and McCool was playing him like a fiddle. He said they have a great family, but McCool was the most conniving person he's ever met. Styles warned Taker that his wife was going to ruin him or run him into the ground, and he was going to help her. AJ said, and I quote, I'm going to make sure you die in that ring at WrestleMania, and I'm going to take The Undertaker's soul at WrestleMania. I'm going to do exactly what his wife wants me to do at WrestleMania, end quote. Styles said Taker has nothing to lose because he's already lost his pride, dignity, and mystique. Styles said he would literally put the nail in Undertaker's coffin. I thought this was a fantastic, just hell of a promo. I loved this. We then learned later on in the night that next week from Pittsburgh, Undertaker will be on the show with AJ to do a contract signing to make their match at WrestleMania official. WWE then congratulated themselves on their YouTube channel reaching 40 billion views. Kelly Caruso then found Orton backstage and asked him his thoughts. He didn't answer. She left. Rick Moss then, I guess the 24/7 title was on the line here, defeated Cedric Alexander in a 2-minute match. Not much to say other than Riddick Moss won with a neck breaker. So after commercial break, MVP was in the middle of the ring. or in the middle of a promo insulting Washington, D.C. Now, earlier in the day on social media, MVP said that he's glad he's got a suit with him tonight because he's got a business proposition to make on Raw. MVP said that he was a former in-ring competitor to Brainiac. Oh, no. I read that wrong. He was transitioning from an in-ring competitor to a Brainiac. I apologize. He wanted to build a stable and needed a solid foundation. He wanted to build his stable around a guy like Edge. He went way back with Edge, he said. He said Edge lacked focus, but he can make him a champion again. Right on this time, a black SUV would pull up and Edge would walk out. Edge's music would hit as he marched down to the ring. He took the mic from MVP. He told Orton to grow a set and come out here now. MVP told Edge that he was focused on the wrong thing. Crowd chanted, "Spear." MVP asked Edge how his wife was, so Edge gave him a spear. Orton then attacked him from behind, but Edge fought him off and gave him an RKO. Edge grabbed 2 chairs, but Orton bailed from the ring. MVP got in the way, so Edge put him down with a standing head and arm choke. Edge then gave MVP an RKO on the chair before giving him a one-man concerto. The crowd was very loud for this, chanting one more time. So, well, Edge did it again. Orton watched from the stage as this happened. Edge was then just standing there, but then he sprinted after Randy Orton as Orton took off and we went to break. They showed Triple H getting the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Arnold Classic. There was a Lesnar-McIntyre video package that was really good. Heyman spoke about Lesnar's dominance, and they showed clips of him taking out Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, and Hulk Hogan. The Rock, Ric Flair, Steve Austin, John Cena, and The Undertaker as well. Heyman said nobody has dominated for this long. McIntyre responded by saying Lesnar has finally met his match. McIntyre said that he would kick Lesnar in the face, knock him on his ass, and become the heavyweight champion. We then see Edge storming through the backstage area. He asked Charlie, just tell me, where's Randy? Where's Orton? And she goes, well, I'm sorry to inform you, but Randy Orton's left the arena. And that was the last we saw of Edge. So with that, if you guys do want to give me your thoughts on tonight's Monday Night Raw, you can do so by texting into 510-906-1341. I'm going to read a couple of those right now. Also, you can put your questions in the live chat by sending a super chat donation as well. Remember, all super chat donations do greatly help us out here, and we really do appreciate those. This person here states, Edge vs. Orton and The Undertaker, AJ vs. Undertaker going to be lit at Mania. Person says, your thoughts on the Monday Night Messiah and Owens, what kind of match you think we will get at WrestleMania. I think it should be a cage match. So that way, Street Profits and Viking Raiders can't interfere on Owens' behalf. AOP and Murphy can't interfere on Seth's behalf. I think it should be a cage match. If not, hell, in a cell. Person says, when do you think Undertaker will put up the gloves and boots for good? I have no goddamn clue. If you look at it, Undertaker wanted to retire for the first time in 2000. But Vince said, nah, you still got time. That's 20 years ago. He wanted to retire 20 motherfucking years ago. And Vince convinced him to stay. Person here asked, any update on Ember Moon? Nope. She's on WWE backstage periodically, but she's still dealing with an Achilles injury. Those Achilles injuries are no joke. They say that you can be out for upwards of a year, if not longer, and she's been out for a while. She's been out since, I think, September maybe. Just like Woods, he's been out since like October. No timetable for return yet. With that, I do want to state that if you want to help us out here at Pro Wrestling Unlimited, you can do so by heading over to my Twitch, twitch.tv/TimmyBuddy. I go there at least 5 nights a week or so, and I stream video games. Tomorrow, I will be streaming, possibly in the middle of the day, depending on when the game comes out, the brand new Call of Duty Warzone Battle Royale game. We will be streaming that at some point tomorrow on our Twitch. And if you head over to twitch.tv/TimmyBuddy, you can sub to my channel, and you can do it for free if you're an Amazon Prime member. If you are an Amazon Prime member, then that means you're a Twitch Prime member. And as a Twitch Prime member, you get one free subscription to any Twitch streamer you see fit, absolutely free. So why not help me out? Why not help out Pro Wrestling Unlimited? Because any of the money that I make from Twitch will directly go back into growing Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Like I stated, head over to twitch.tv/TimmyBuddy. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you're a Twitch Prime member, and use that free sub that's just burning a hole in your pocket for me, for us here at Pro Wrestling Unlimited. As we go forward, we got the main event segment. Well, not quite yet. We got Aleister Black and Seth Rollins. They went 7.5 minutes and ended in a DQ. Black interrupted his comeback to knock a Murphy off the apron. This distraction allowed Rollins to apply a schoolboy for a 2. Black came back with a roundhouse kick and a German suplex, but Murphy broke up a cover, causing the DQ. AOP came out, and they all attacked Black until the Viking Raiders made their way down to the ring. Street Profits would then come out next to make the save. Babyfaces cleared the ring as the crowd chanted, "We want the smoke." Montez Ford then suggested, "Hey, don't leave. Where are you guys going? Let's make this an 8-man tag." And they did. So we saw Seth Rollins and Murphy in the AOP taking on the tag team champions, the Street Profits, and the Viking Raiders. So the heels beat up Eric forever, and the crowd was chanting, "We want the smoke," as he made the hot tag to Montez Ford, who drop kicked AOP right out of the ring before spiking Murphy with a DDT. They then very abruptly went to commercial during Ford's comeback. The announcers didn't mention anything about a break, just boom, we're on commercial. Must have been a timing thing. After the break, Rollins beat up Ford. Ford superkicked Murphy and made the hot tag to Ivar. Ivar tried a springboard move, but Occam knocked him out of the ring. Rollins gave Eric a Falconero, but Ford broke up the pin. Everybody started trading moves here, leaving Eric and Rollins in the ring. Eric slammed Rollins, then Ford hit him with a frog splash, but Murphy broke up the pin. Viking Raiders then took out the AOP and Murphy with dives. Rollins then wiped out Angelo Dawkins with a flying knee. Ford then did a big flip dive, taking out everybody, including his teammates. Rollins managed to avoid the dive, though, then gave Ford a curb stomp as he entered the ring for the victory, picking up the victory, pinning Montez Ford. Last few minutes of this match were actually really good. The crowd really loves the Street Profits. I could say that right now. After the match, Owens would run down and attack Rollins before giving Occam and Murphy stunners. However, Seth Rollins managed to give Owens a curb stomp. Then he gave him a second one for good measure after sending Murphy out of the ring. So, yeah. As they're getting ready to go off the air, as they're ready to fade to black, Rollins then hits a third curb stomp, and the show is over. So with that was Monday Night Raw. I thought Monday Night Raw overall was a really good show. I'd probably give it a 7.5 or an 8 for a rating. And we do have 2 more text messages here. If you want to text in your thoughts about tonight's show, you can do so at 510-906-1341. Again, that number is 510-906-1341. Person here states, get it to load. Is the rumor true that we're getting out 6 women's matches? So let me think about this for a second. You're talking about WrestleMania, pronouns, pal. We got the Raw Women's Championship, the Smackdown Women's Championship, the Women's Tag Team titles, the NXT Women's Championship, the Battle Royal for the women. I know of 5. What that 6th one could be, I have no godly idea. But I know of 5 for sure. Again, Raw Women, SmackDown Women titles, NXT Women's titles, Tag titles, Battle Royal. Those 5 I know for sure. Anything else, I'm not sure. What that 6th one could be, Who the hell knows? Because on the SmackDown side of things, it looks like everybody's going to be locked up. On the Raw side of things, could be, here's an idea. Triple threat. Riot Squad. Ruby versus Liv versus Sarah. There's your 6th women's match, if they want to go that route for WrestleMania. So, we'll see. We'll see if those are the 6 matches, if that is the 6th of the match that does get announced. Also, I do see a couple things in the live chat. You guys are suggesting maybe Paige is coming out of retirement Friday, or even she's bringing back Nia Jax. I would love that. Paige managing Nia Jax on SmackDown, and Nia being that 6th woman in the 6-pack challenge for WrestleMania. That would be phenomenal. Nia can talk. Like, I know that. But what way to make her seem like a bigger monster than her not talking and having Paige do the talking for her? They'd be heels, but fucking cares. I think I like that idea. Have Paige manage Nia, and Nia just be this monster that wrecks everybody. Not a bad idea. So with that, I want to thank everybody who joined me here tonight to talk about Monday Night Raw. Everybody who watches later right here on YouTube and listens on podcast services all around the world like iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and so much more. In roughly an hour or so, I will be live over on Twitch, twitch.tv/TimmyBuddy. I think I'm going to do one NASCAR race, and then we'll jump into some other games. I'll poll the crowd. I'll poll the live viewers and see what they want me to play. Maybe we'll do Super Mario. Maybe we'll do more Star Wars. Maybe I'll do some Jackbox Party Pack or Apex Legends. We'll see. We got a smorgasbord of games we can pick from. So head over there in about an hour or so to twitch.tv/TimmyBuddy, as I'll be playing some video games for you guys to watch. Have a good night, guys. I'll see some of you a little bit later.